Okay, in this section of math, we're going to be looking at order of operations with fractions. And so when we're doing fractions and we're multiplying and dividing and just a big long question, make sure you have lots of paper to work with. And the first thing, I guess when we're doing order of operations with fractions, you can always think in terms of we can keep in mind bed mass. All right? And for purposes of this, actually, I am going to make the e lowercase because we're not dealing with exponents, so we won't worry about that. But we're going to look at doing any work in brackets first, followed by division and multiplication second. And it doesn't matter what order these are in, it's just working from left to right. It doesn't matter. And then addition and subtraction third. And again, it doesn't matter what order they're in, it's just you're reading it like a book from left to right. Alright, so we're going to do this question. 3/4 minus 2/3 divided by 4/5 times in brackets 1/8 plus 1/4. And the secret to order of operations, secret to anything like this is we're just going to work in a downward direction. Okay? And anything we're not using at the moment, we're going to just bring down and write it out. And that's why you need lots of paper for this. So the first thing we're going to look at in this question is we're going to do the work in brackets first, which is 1/8 plus 1/4. Alright? Now we can't add those two together until we have common denominators, so the first thing we do is get a common denominator. And so a denominator between 8 and 4 that's common is 8, and we can get 8 by multiplying 4 times 2, and so whatever we do to the bottom, we have to do to the top. So now our new question, and this is where you want to just stay organized, we have 3/4 minus 2/3 divided by 4/5 times, in brackets, 1/8 plus 2/8. Okay, I know it seems like a lot of work, but at least it's organized, and if you make a mistake, you can see where you've made a mistake. So now we just bring all this stuff down again. 3/4 minus 2/3 divided by 4/5 times, and now we know this, we can get rid of the brackets. We have 1/8 plus 2/8 equals 3/8. Alright, now we're not going to do 3/4 minus 2/3, so we'll bring 3/4 down. We'll bring this minus sign down, but we have 2/3 divided by 4/5. So we're going to bring 2/3, and we're going to keep in mind here the KFC principle for division, right? K stands for keep. We'll keep 2/3. Flip stands for we'll flip 4/5, and we'll make it 5/4. And the C stands for change. We'll change it to multiplication. So 2/3 times 5/4, and then we'll just bring down times 3/8. Okay, so we're going to do the multiplication next, right here. Okay, and it's order from left to right, so I'm not going to do 5/4 times 3/8 yet. I'm just doing this first one. And I'm going to reduce this before I do this. I can divide by 2 here and divide by 2 here, which is going to give me 3/4 minus 1/3 times 5/2 times 3/8. I'm just keeping working down. 3/4 minus, now 1 times 5, remember you multiply numerator times numerator, so 1 times 5 is 5, and then denominator times denominator, 3 times 2 is 6, times 3/8. So now I'm working on this one, and again I can simplify this by dividing this by 3 and over here by 3, because I can go crosswise here. Alright? There's no common number that goes into 5 or an 8, so I'll rewrite this question again now as going 3/4 minus 5 over 2 times 1 over 8. And I'll write my answers down here. 3/4 minus, well, 5 times 1 is 5, and 2 times 8 is 16. Alright, now I'm on the final step here. I have to get common denominator again. So the common denominator between 4 and 16 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16. And therefore, whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top to just get an equivalent fraction. So 3/4. An equivalent fraction with a denominator of 16 is 12 sixteenths minus 5 sixteenths. Finally, I'm at my last step. And I can go 12 minus 5 is 7 sixteenths. And that is your answer. So it is a long process, but if you just make sure you space things out evenly and work down, then you'll get to the right answer. All right? So that's the type of work you're going to be doing today.